in my case, but that's my best advice.
So, Michael, your payoff would be dream big and do bigger.
Yes, always. Like Sacco, keep expanding, keep growing, keep working hard to achieve new dreams and new goals. You have a goal and a dream here at school. I don't know what that is, but you know, when you finish school and you go, I hope most of you will go to university because you should go to university. You have a different goal in university. When you leave university, you've got to get a job. Reset the goal, reset the dream. But don't ever settle for a second best. Don't ever allow yourself to be and just always push yourself. You can do more, you can achieve more, you can change the world. Okay?
Okay, by the way, the last one.
Yes.
The very last one.
Hard Rock Cafe. What do you know?
Good morning. My question is like a curiosity, because I'm into aviation.
Yeah.
My father works for Lufthansa in Rome. And we came here like maybe 70 years ago. And he worked for Gandalf. That was beginning to have an economical policy like you,
Yeah.
like a low-cost company. But it failed. My curiosity is that why or how could you have overseen that Bergamo is a strategy airport? Because in the 90s, when we came right there,
Yeah.
it was only likely a cargo airport, not for tourism, personal customers. And my question is why you choose Bergamo?
Okay, you get 2 tickets to Berlin since you're German. It's a very good question. Why did we choose Bergamo when, I mean, this is 15 years ago. We chose Bergamo, one, because it wasn't Malpensa and it wasn't Linate. And Malpensa and Linate didn't want to work with Ryanair because they were afraid of upsetting Alitalia. Alitalia, oh, big Alitalia, we were some tiny Irish airline. Bergamo had a different culture, a different mentality. They said, Bergamo wants to do something different, try something new. So we said to Bergamo, you have to give us lower costs, we'll offer lower fares, and together we will. But it would be wrong to think, I mean, this year Bergamo will do 8, 9 million passengers. Neither Bergamo nor Ryanair had a plan 15 years ago that we'll start now and we'll grow to 9 million passengers. We're both of us making this up as we go along. The idea originally with Bergamo was we'll have a once-a-week ski charter in the winter, and if it's successful, we might deliver 5,000 passengers to Bergamo. Bergamo might get 5,000 more passengers. So it evolves over time by having, and again, it comes back to the point in you work with good people in the airport or with the right mentality. They work with good people in the airline with the right mentality, and together you can change the whole way the customers view Bergamo or that people think of flying. Because the great thing, one of the problems you have, if you live in Milan, 15, 20 years ago, nobody heard of Bergamo. It was, Linate, Malpensa, 2 airports, that's it. But outside of Italy, people don't care whether they come to Milan through Malpensa, Linate, or Bergamo. They don't really care. So you need to always have thinking from outside, because we all in our daily lives are set, we think one way. So it wasn't, I think, the great success of Ryanair and the Bergamo was to realize 15 years ago that we could make 5,000 passengers in year 1, 25,000 passengers in year 2, that could be 500,000 passengers in year 3, that could be 1 million passengers in year 6, it could be 2 million, and we keep resetting our goals in Ryanair at Bergamo, but equally Sacco have been brilliant at the way they have reset their own goals, the way they've developed the airport, and it hasn't always been traveling through the airport. Sometimes it's very small, the facilities are small, but the airport didn't have the money to build a new facility. Now they have more money, brilliant new terminal facilities. So it is always, how did it happen? I think by accident. But the happy accident was we had a good team in the airline and a good team at the airport, and together for the last 10 or 15 years, we've been resetting the goals and resetting the objectives. Life very rarely works out, you know, like say somebody who came to Air Dolomiti or whatever it was going to be 15 years ago, this would be the next low fares airline in Europe. It doesn't work that way. You know, nobody would have thought that the world's biggest international airline would start in Ireland. We're a country with just 4 million people. So it's not where you would generally think to start from, but good people in the airline and good people at the airports make for success, which is why Bergamo is growing very rapidly and Alitalia is cutting again in Linate. Okay, you get 2. So we'll get the names for 2 tickets to Berlin, 2 tickets to wherever you want to go to, and you get 2 tickets to Paris. Okay? Should we, before I finish today, I can't let this go without introducing the man, the father of Bergamo Airport. This is the most important partner we have in Italy, Signor Emilio Bellingardi, who has for 12 to 15 years been, you want to know, to answer your question, why Bergamo was a success, you want to know why Ryanair has been a success at Bergamo, it's this man here. Emilio.
I can try to speak in English. The reason of the success is the same, I think. To have an open mind and to decide, just from my personal experience, I worked for SEA Airports. I started in 1978 in Linate, then I went to open the new hub in Malpensa in 1998. When I decided in 2005 to come to Bergamo, invited from Mr. I.I.S.S, that everybody back can remember as the first president, the most important president of SACO, because he decided to start the new process, the new way of marketing the airport. This side, first of all, to open the cargo base, to make money, to make the first investment, to be ready to have just a little simply and friendly airport to serve a low-cost cargo. When arrived the offer from Ryanair, Mr. I.I.S. making an open discussion with the stakeholders in Bergamo. They said it's a goal. I'm not sure what will happen because it's a new market opening in Europe. But if you want to take this train, as we said in Italian, that is passing in front of us, we must to be very open-minded. We decided to try it. If I remember well, this test went before to SEA Airport to work on the situation because at that time SEA Airport was a very important shareholder. It was 49% of SACO. Saying to the president of Milan Airports, we have this offer from Dublin. What do you prefer to use? No, we don't need low-cost carrier because we have an STP airport and we don't need it. That's why we decided to be a good partner. We decided to be very courageous because it was not so simple to follow Marco in all decision. The relationship is very good. Sometimes we have some hard discussion because it's also with your wife when you are at home. Because, as you say, Bergamo is the most important airport in Italy for Ryanair. Second, everything happens in Bergamo, having a resonance very heavy, very hard in all Ryanair airports. When we had it the last 2 months, we had some punctuality problem in the airport. It was a problem for all the airports because if something happened in Bergamo, something happened in Bergamo. But I can say, I confirm that the answer of Michael is the right answer. Open mind, because every day say we are not right. We must continue to grow because I'm sure, but all my team is sure, is convinced that when we declare that an airport is arrived, except in that moment, we start today. Okay?
Today. As some of you know, when I come back from Harvard last year, I started searching work, and in September I will work in SACO, and Majorana is here, thank you to Emilio Velingardi. And but in Sacco there is an amazing team, a lot of people that work together. We create a team building every day because to reach a goal, you cannot reach a goal just with your own strength. You need a team, and they are the boss, but there are a lot of people that work for the same goal. We have Giacomo Cattani here, that is our commercial manager. The man who fights every day against air company.
Sorry, I want to tell you
a little story.
A little story. When the first contract with Ryanair has been signed in Sacco, someone of the old management said to John, okay, now it's your problem.
We have also Roberto Rampinelli, that is the boss of human research. I think that Roberto could work in that way, also thanks to Laura Montelone, that is and of course thanks to Majorana that allows me to leave this day, except of the fact that I will not go to Berlin. I will think of you on the TV at night. And and we have a little gift for Michael and Emilio in order to remember Majorana and Thank you very much.